Hi everyone! Today we are going to talk about strings, numbers, and relative methods. JavaScript strings are used for storing and manipulating text. A JavaScript string is composed of 0 or more characters written in quotes. Normally, JavaScript strings are primitive values created from literal values. var first name equal John. But strings can also be defined as object with the keyword new. var first name equal new string John. Primitive values, such as Mario Russo for example, cannot have properties or methods because they are not objects. But with JavaScript, methods and properties are also available for primitive values, because JavaScript treats primitive values as objects when executing methods and properties. Let's see what we mean by that. We start looking at that first script, var first name new string John. We have the variable x, of course is a string. But then if we declare and assign to that variable y new string of John is an object. Let's go on with the properties and methods. The property length, the string that I did simply with the first keys on the keyboard, is long 18 characters. And we can use the index of methods to return the position of the first one element in the specific text. Let's go to the example. We have a script with a variable that we call txt, and we put that long string. Then we have a classic document.getElementById for test, so we are going to put the result of that here. And we write the string of keyword, TVA, etc. is long plus text length characters. Let's just check the loop, getElementById, test, text, txt, the length plus character. It looks all fine. Let's save and go back here. Here it is. The string is long 18 characters. Of course, as just a check, we can erase 2 characters, save, and refresh, and we see that it's 16. As we said, the index of method returns the position of the first one element in a specified text. Let's see how it works. Here we have a script, here we have a variable, declare a variable str, and we put that string in it. Please search where the object is located. Then we have a variable pose for position, and we have a method string dot index of, and in the parentheses we have search string, string position, and number, and then number. So if we save it, of course we have that the word object starts at the character number 25. So if you go and search for it, you're gonna basically count the character, and you see in the lower corner we have 24 until the beginning, and then are going to become of course 25 selected. That's the answer we have here, and we can obtain that using index of. Numbers. JavaScript has only one type of number. Number can be written with or without decimal. Very large or very small numbers can be written in a scientific notation with exponent. And here we have some example in the code about the notation. You have variable dx and we have an exponential notation, and here we have the result. That's very big number, and that's variable the epsilon is a small number, 1, 2, 3. Integers, number without dot or exponent notation, are accurate up to 15 digits. Here are some example in our ID test tree. We write that down 111, 222 until 666, and then we have another example. How many digits we have? Here we have 18 digits. What we expect will happen in the number here is approximated. You don't have a 6 at the end, we just have a 0. Same for this 9999, this long line full of 9 is just approximated up. About variable z, we can also note that if we go too far with the length of our number, JavaScript is going to use exponential notation. If you have for some reason absolute necessity to use larger number, you have to rely on some external library, because JavaScript as it is doesn't support it. Now let's give a look to methods for numbers. Primitive values such as 3.14 or 2014 cannot have properties and methods because they are not objects. But with JavaScript, methods and properties are also available for primitive values. Because JavaScript treats primitive values as objects when executing methods and properties. As an example, we can go and see toString method that returns a number as a string, and all numerical methods can be used on any type of number, literal, variable, or expression. Let's go and check that last example. We have a script with a variable 179, then we have a document getElement by ID of test4, and we want to express x, that is clearly a number, and we want to bring it to string, and then we want to do the same with 179 to string, or we can use another possibility here. The result is always the same, is 179. But this is a method to returns a number as a string. So we can have a more possibility to treat them that the possibility that we have when is a number. That's all for today. I invite you to do exercise modifying that text we have and try different things to make you understand better what we talk about. Thank you for your attention, and see you to the next video.